JHK here for the AllStar, and join me right now from, I believe, Las Vegas, Strawweight prospect, Kathryn Paprocki. Thank you, Kat, for the time. How are you feeling?
Thank you. I feel great. I'm having an awesome time here.
For sure, for sure. Now let's talk about your career so far. I've seen you competing in Muay Thai and boxing at the same time as chasing your MMA career. How beneficial has it been to compete in those other disciplines separately?
Absolutely. I think it's extremely helpful. I get to practice something. When we first took my boxing fights, I wasn't fighting very well on the inside, as well as I wasn't super comfortable being hit in the body. So that helped obviously. And then my Thai, like just helping me to learn how to like kick, everything else, as well as it's all just practice. So practicing having to cut, practicing having to just like all of it. So yeah, I think it's been great. I love MMA though. That is for sure. My heart is in MMA. Definitely.
Well, you make a great point of you get to practice the things that you're learning and you get to implement those things. And if you let's say if you lose, it doesn't really affect your MMA career at all.
Absolutely. Yeah, yes. When I lost my first boxing match pro, it was just a great way to be like, here's the things I need to do. And it was like, all right, cool. Yeah.
Let's talk about 2021. This year has been plagued with cancellations for yourself. I mean, I believe 3 fights. Has there been more than 3 fights?
There have been 3 fights that have been canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last one was, I believe, last minute to
Two
cancellate.
hours
2 hours,
before
yes.
get on to the van to fight. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
that's so devastating for a fighter to go through preparations and then not being able to do what they prepared to do, right?
It is, however, like if you practice anything, right, like you can find something. So, I got to practice the part that is hard, the part for me that's like the having to sit around and you're like waiting to fight and you're nervous and your head's going. Like I got to practice that again. And then it brought me to here. Like I took this fight on Tuesday and I'm having a fantastic cut. I'm like I feel great. I'm very prepared. So in fairness, like yes, it's been hard, but like clearly um because I took the right pathway, here I am today. So like all right, cool, whatever. It happened. It's over.
Just bumps in the on the road, right? Just speed bumps on the road.
Sure.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure. Well, what was not a speed bump was your last fight at LFA 106 in May. That was a crazy fight, just wild action, and you fought through a big cut over your eye. Take us through that fight and getting that finish late.
Sure. Man, I had a great fight. I fought Tiani, who I have now like trained and I adore her. It was a great fight, man. Like the whole crowd, that was their first fight back, and the crowd was just insane. Like the energy for the fight was incredible. Yeah, I got cut early. Like I've never been cut before. I thought it was kind of cool afterwards. I was like, I got stitches. Like, yeah. It was my first fight back. I had torn my ACL in 2018. So it was my very first fight back. So for me, we didn't really have a game plan other than just I needed to get back. And it was great to be in there. Like I had such a good time. I felt so comfortable. I didn't really put it all together, I felt like, until the third. And then I just really started to take over. I'm a very aggressive um, person, a fighter, and so I just felt myself like I was just wearing her body down, just overall trauma, striking, kicking. I was ground and pounding. I was trying to tap her. And then because I have such great cardio, I was able to just continue that the entire time until I finally got her down and out.
And you didn't even have to get her down. Like I blinked my eye, and all of a sudden you're on her back. with the neck wrapped up. How did you know that was? Did you see something before jumping on their back like that led you to believe that, hey, I'm gonna get this choke right here?
Not necessarily, but I had gone for the takedown and she did a really good job kind of stopping it. And I'm getting pretty good at like, if I go in for a shot, the shot I originally go for isn't necessarily the one I'm going to end up on. So I was easily able to kind of transfer. And then me being me, I'm so strong. I tried to like grab her, and the way she posted out, actually was kind of like what I have previously had happen. And so I was like, it's open. I had just gotten my purple belt, so I was like, I know jujitsu. So I mean, it all just kind of happened, but that's what that's what happens when you just practice. I mean, I practice everything. I practice all the time. This is all I do. So, yeah.
Your only loss in MMA, 2019. You took on Emily Dakota, who is actually currently the reigning Invicta FC strawweight champion. Strawweight champion. What were some of the important takeaways from that fight? Because you mentioned the injury that you had.
Yeah, yeah. So that was pre-injury, actually. Um, I was, man, I was feeling myself. I had just gone pro in October. I had just fought in November, and I wasn't really training the way that I was supposed to. I took that fight on I think 9 days. Um, and I was heavy. I had a horrible cut. I felt sorry for like everything. I was like, I'm having a bad cut and like, woe is me. And it showed when I showed up. I had terrible like talking. I wasn't there. And I, as a very young pro, I didn't know how valuable it is that like I needed to be upfront with that, like I was feeling a lot and I was pretending like I was fine. And so I never got to talk about it. And I didn't eat the whole day. And like just all these things happened. And I learned a ton. I mean, ever since then, like I train for everything. I'm in camp all the time, regardless, because I want to take calls just like I got to be here. And so, I'm able to talk now too about that, like I feel scared or I'm feeling however, because then I can actually handle it. And so it just helped me to kind of, and I hate to lose. Boo. Losing it, I don't like to lose. So it was a really good time, I think, for it to happen. And what makes it even cooler is um E- Emily's awesome. So it didn't seem bad for me because, in fairness, like that's a good person to get something like that to happen to. So, I mean, my attitude towards anything is like I've got to turn it into something and then just keep going from there, right? So that I feel has brought me all the way to here. And
You seem very good at, brushing things off and then kind of leapfrogging off of what you did or what mistakes you made, and that's great to see. I mean, and like you said, you stayed in camp and you're getting this opportunity October 12th, back inside the cage, UFC Apex Contender Series. When you got the call, how did it feel?
oh my gosh, it was awesome. I started crying. I was on a plane. I had just gotten home. My husband and I were out of town. We were hanging out with some family. And while we were there, I was training still. I was eating extremely well. And so when it happened, I was like, absolutely, like, yes. Yeah, it was great.
The team
People,
surrounding you, your husband,
yeah.
your coach, who else is there? Who are the individuals helping you out to get yourself ready for this fight?
Um, I mean, definitely my coach. I can't give him enough props. In fairness, it's been a long journey for us to kind of balance out what it is, because at first I was like, don't tell me what to do. I was like, why are you being so mean? But now that we've ironed it out, like I can talk to him about everything. He's great at coaching me, and he's great at, like, he's harder on me than probably anybody. And I mean, he helps me just be held accountable, which is just great. I have a fantastic team at home, man. Like, I come from a very small family run place, but everybody is there to just grind. And it's just awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Creating a great environment around you. Now you got this undefeated prospect, Maria Silva, on the other side of the cage, stepping in. What do you know about her, and what are your thoughts on the matchup?
I think that she's awesome, man. I mean, obviously, anybody that I'm going to fight now, I would like to be awesome, right? I know that she's tough. I know that she's a really good striker. I know she's gotten some great stuff to throw at me. But I'm prepared for anything. I mean, anything that she can do, I can do better. So, I'm just pumped.
Is the mentality heading into this fight, right? Is that I don't want to say nothing to lose, because there's always something to lose, right? In when you fight. So, what is the mentality for you?
The mentality is that I've earned it. I've earned it by being in my gym every single day. I've done the hard stuff. I've put in the hard time. I don't take it easy. I I feel like I have earned it here. And so it's not that I feel like I don't have anything to lose. And obviously, like, I want to put on a fantastic show, and I want to show who I am, but I have full confidence that, like, I have done the training to do that, and that that's going to happen because of the time that I put in every day.
Now, people are back inside the Apex watching the shows live. Any special guests gonna attend or go out to Vegas to support you in the stands?
My mom and my 2 daughters are gonna be there. I'm so pumped. My daughters are very loud, so I can only imagine what they will be screaming, and I'll be excited to see them. I've been gone a lot. I mean, I actually came up here to train in August, and I didn't get to go to their first day of school, and I was just bummed. And so for them to get to come and to just get to be here, like, I'm so happy. I'm just so blessed. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a daughter, and I think daughters or girls, they're the best at motivating you and cheering you on compared to boys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel that way.
Sure. Yeah. No, my daughter, my older daughter, she says that when she watches, is all like, it's like through her eyes. My smaller kid though is like, get him, like, kill him, like, you can do it. So, like, they're very opposite, but have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you need both, right? Both sides of the spectrum. That's nice. Now, what can we expect? Can we expect another war like your last fight? Because your last fight was super entertaining. Or do you envision something else, something completely different?
Um, I think my last fight again was just me coming back. It had been a long time. I'm back now. So there's not going to be a, like, I've got to get back into it process. I'm here. I usually don't get hit that much. Like, that last fight was very strange for me. Like, I was like, I'm going to punch, and then I'm going to block, and then I'm back though to, like, angling. I'm going to just be handing out so much damage and then moving away and then re-angling and then handing it out again. So, I mean, I don't know necessarily what that's gonna be like, but I know it's gonna be just constant, like, damage and, like, trauma, just all over, because I love that. Like, that's why I'm here. I love to be aggressive.
I can't wait. It's only a couple days away. Dana White's Contender Series, UFC Apex, Las Vegas. Thank you, Kat, so much for the time, and good luck on the fight.
Thank you.